So hello, we were doing the complete syllabus for EPFO and we have already completed 8 chapters. This is our 9th chapter. You can have a look at the 8 chapters. This is our 9th audit of specific entities, and then we will do 200 MCQs in the other video. The playlist name is UPSC EPFO 2025, in which you will find all this. We have already completed other parts as well, that is accounting principles, and we will do labor laws, insurance, social security, economy and so on as well. So now audit of specific entities. Meaning and importance, the topic tests your understanding of how auditing procedures differ for different kinds of organizations like government departments, non-profit organizations, insurance companies, banking companies, education institutions, charitable trusts, etc. One of the PYQs, audit of government companies is conducted by whom? Then who audits the accounts of insurance companies? Then special audit under section 223A, now section 142(2)A applies when shows focus on statutory provisions plus responsible authority plus nature of report. So these are some of the sample questions. Now in this conduct is going to be same. We'll take some theory and then we'll take some of the PYQs if we haven't covered the PYQs of this portion in some other chapter, and then we'll move to our flashcards or the expected questions. So let's start. You will find this PDF as well as the other PDFs and other important resources for this exam as well as the other exams on the Telegram. The name is EduAastra. You can go and have a look. So let's start with this audit of government departments and companies. Types: government department audit performed by CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Then government company audit as per section 139(5) and 7 of Companies Act 2013. Then appointment: Comptroller and Auditor General appoints the auditor of a government company or any company with more than 51% government shareholdings. Comptroller and Auditor General also issues directions regarding the manner of audit. Then power of CAG, that is Comptroller and Auditor General, right to conduct supplementary audit, can comment upon or supplement auditor's report, can order test audit of receipts and expenditure of government. Then audit objective: ensure compliance with laws, rules and regulations, confirm that expenditure is for the intended purpose, detect misappropriation or loss. Then types of government audit: compliance audit ensures expenditure follows rules, financial audit verification of accounts accuracy, performance audit checks efficiency and effectiveness of schemes or programs. Then audit of non-profit organization, that is your NGOs, charitable trusts, societies. Objectives: if you have seen the previous chapters, you must be aware that all of these topics are very important. Definition, objectives, merits, demerits, uses, limitations and so on. So objective: to ensure funds are used for intended charitable purpose, verify proper accounting of donations, subscription, grants, etc. Then documents examined: trust deed or memorandum of association, income and expenditure account, receipts and payments account, their balance sheet, minutes of managing committee. Then auditor's duty: check that donations are properly recorded and utilized, verify investments as per provisions of the Income Tax Act 1961 section 11(5). Then ensure no personal benefit is derived by trustees, confirm utilization of grants, subsidies as per sanctions. Then audit of insurance companies. Statutory provisions governed by the Insurance Act 1938 and IRDAI, preparation of financial statement and auditor's report, regulations 2002. Appointment: appointed by shareholders in annual general meeting, must be a chartered accountant. ठीक है, these are the case of the insurance companies. हमने starting में question देखा था, one of the PYQs about the insurance companies. Okay, so appointed by shareholders in annual general meeting, must be a chartered accountant. Then auditor's duty: verify premium income, claims reserved for unexpired risk, then confirm compliance with IRDAI guidelines, ensure solvency margin and investment are as per law, examine reinsurance arrangements. Special points: life insurance business, verify actuarial valuation, policy liabilities and bonus to policyholders. General insurance: check outstanding claim, unearned premium reverse, reinsurance recoveries. Then audit of educational institutions. Nature: run as non-profit entities, school, college, universities. Objectives: verify proper utilization of grants, fees and donations, ensure internal control on collection of fees and scholarship. Then auditor's duties: check fee register with receipts, verify salary payments, then capitation fees, endowment funds, then confirm assets, library books, law equipment are properly recorded, ensure compliance with governing body regulations. Then audit of cooperative societies: governing law under Cooperative Societies Act 1912 or respective state laws. Appointment: auditor is appointed by the registrar of cooperative societies. Then auditors duties: verify members register, share capital, loans and advances, ensure compliance with bylaws, check overdue loans and provisions for bad debts, confirm utilization of profit as per Act, dividend reserve fund, education fund. Then audit of banking companies governed by Banking Regulation Act 1949. Auditor appointed under Section 30 of the Act. Auditor to report on true and fair view. What is true and fair view? This is one of the questions as well. The previous years में आया है that what is true and fair view. We have done this. Compliance with RBI norms, provisioning of NPAs, that is non-performing assets, interest, income recognition and capital adequacy. Then audit of hospitals. Check patient register, receipt from treatment, donations, verify medicines inventory and stores, ensure internal control on billing and cash, check that free treatment obligations if charitable are met. Then special audit under Companies Act Section 142 2A. Order by central government on recommendation of tribunal income tax authorities if affairs are complex, management is suspicious, large scale fraud suspected. Audit done by chartered accountant appointed by government, cost borne by company. Then Comptroller and Auditor General, that is CAG, government companies, government departments. Registrar, cooperative societies, IRDA guidelines, insurance companies, Companies Act, special audit provisions, verify purpose utilization compliance, always score objective. Then our flashcards or the expected questions. Who audits government companies in India? So CAG appoints auditor under section 139(5) and 7 of Companies Act 2013. What is performance audit? Evaluates efficiency and effectiveness of government programs. Main objective of audited NGOs: ensure donations and grants are used for state objectives. Which act governs audit of insurance companies? Insurance Act 1938 and IRDA Financial Statements and Audit Report Regulation 2002. Who appoints auditor of cooperative societies? Registrar of cooperative societies. What is special audit under Companies Act? Audit ordered by central government in complex suspicious cases, section 142 2A. What is reserved for unexpired risk? Provision made by insurance companies for premiums not yet earned. What does CAG supplementary audit mean? So Comptroller and Auditor General can re-examine auditors' work and issue comments. This is what CAG supplementary audit mean. What are the main types of government audit? Compliance, financial and performance audit. So what is this? CFP, compliance, financial and performance audit. Then what is auditor's duty in educational institution? Verify fee receipts, grants, salary payments and compliance with the rules. So you'll find this PDF as well as the other PDFs on the Telegram. The name is EduAastra. If you need any other resource, do let me know. I'll try to provide you with the same. That's it in this. All the very best and thank you.